Howdy, welcome back. So polymorphic behavior, that we kind of just observed that within the last couple of slides from the previous video, but we'll go ahead and provide a bit more of a concrete definition at this point. So maybe you can see the connection with this clip art to what we just observed. Maybe not. I can't remember where I got this from, but I think it paints the picture well. So we can ask an animal to speak. And again, we're just viewing all of these as animals. We're not, we're looking at them as animals, not as say a duck or a cat or a dog. So if we were to ask an animal to speak, the polymorphic behavior is going to be where those animals are going to respond according to their underlying or derived type. So if we're looking at a dog as an animal and we ask it to speak, the polymorphic behavior would be that that animal would woof, whereas another one might quack or another one might meow. And if we're looking at a collection of animals and they have these different behaviors, or sorry, the same behaviors, but different, different results, what you can say is your animals are coming in many forms. And that's where we're getting into this polymorphism. So polymorphism, it's derived from Greek, and poly means many, and morph is going to mean forms. So our animals can come in many different forms. Their underlying type, in our case, could be a cat, could be a parrot. Now here's where that actual behavior emerges. When we view a cat or a parrot through the lens of an animal and ask it to speak, each animal is going to speak according to what type of animal it actually is. So we have this collection of animals, but they're coming in many forms. They're speaking differently. And that's where this is, how we can view this as polymorphic behavior. So with polymorphism, we can indicate a method such as speak in the base type, and regardless of the underlying type, so if it's a cat or a parrot being viewed through the lens of the base class type, it will do what is appropriate for the underlying type. So a cat's not going to make a generic animal noise. No, a cat's going to meow. A parrot is not going to make a generic animal noise either, if we're looking at it either as the actual parrot type or as through the lens of the base class type. In both cases, Polly's going to want a cracker. So we've kind of introduced polymorphic behavior through function overriding and virtual functions. We're now going to move into abstract base classes and pure virtual functions and some of the implications before closing out today's lesson with the discussion on virtual destructors.